And welcome back to Music Free Gaming. I hope you're having a fabulous day. It is a fabulous Tuesday, and you are fabulous too. Hey, welcome in. Welcome in. It's great to have you all here. Do I have things to say? Probably not. So let's just jump into Minecraft because that's going to be fun. Hey, so I'm up here in an empty room, or, mostly empty room. Because, we've got a couple of villagers up here who are just happily cooking away. These guys are doing great stuff. And what we're going to do today is build out an interior for this floor and the one below it. But this one, at least, is the most obvious what it's going to be. This is going to be a little restaurant and, I don't know, some other stuff. So let's go ahead and, maybe get things sorted out. And also, I don't know why they ended up getting all sparkly again. It's not like they've lost their smokers. I don't know. I don't know. Where do you think your smoker is, dude? I mean, it should be... Let me just... Hang on. Trigger... What is it? There's a find workstation. Yeah, it's right there. Okay. I don't know. He's just confused. So, anyway, let's go ahead. We're going to put in a restaurant here. Now, there are a couple of things I'm going to want to do. One is I need to be sure there's plenty of light. Because I do want this place to be spawn safe, of course. And this door, okay, there's nothing here. This is a nice outside door. Okay. So we're going to leave that there so it doesn't get blocked. All right, so that's going to be good. So let's figure out what the heck is going to happen here. And for all of this, I think I'm going to need some blocks. Now, I think I've got some here, obviously. Got a little bit of deep slate. Actually, we might use some of that. We've got some more spruce. Got lots of good stuff going on here. Stone, obviously. And, of course, I've got the whole shulker monster sitting down here. So many shulkers, so many monsters. Ooh, I should show you this because it's cool. I have, just handy dandy over here, started setting the filters and stuff. So I've got filters set up for all of this stuff, going from snow and ice and stuff through the stone to ores and things. And then I've got black stone and stuff going this way. And then over here, I decided to skip a space and I just start all of the wood over this way. So I've got oak, birch, and spruce set. I need to set up the other filters. But it's actually working. The filters do in fact work. The snow is there because I was setting filters and you get leftover bits. Because the snow is what I'm using for my my padding to be sure the signal strength is solid. So that when things go in, they go straight through. Good basic stuff. Okay, so I like this view. Okay, so that's a little scary, okay? I AFK'd here at the shulker farm for about an hour. I don't know, over the weekend at some point. And the didn't have to worry about the shulker bullets coming anywhere close to the end crystal. So we're good. Our Christmas tree is fine. The little tree topper, it's not going to blow up and destroy us all. So that's a win. All right. So let's think about the floor upstairs. Now I want to do a couple of things. One of the first things I want to do is I want to set up a stage. Okay. Now I don't know what material I want to use for the stage. Brick is not going to be it, and it's not going to be spruce. Okay. Now, it could be oak or birch, right? I could do something along those lines. Though a stage is typically black, so using black stone or deep slate, either of those might be a good idea. Let's grab those, and I want to grab some lanterns because we might be able to do something fun with those. All right. And actually, I'm going to grab those iron chains. I don't know that that's going to be quite what I want, but we're going to try it. And then, I don't know, we may need something else. But we're going to start here and see what we've got. It's certainly possible and probable and likely that I'm going to have to head to my base and pick up some things. All right, so let's talk about the stage. I think what I want to do is let's bring it this way. Yeah, I think that'll work. So let's go ahead and just bring our... okay, fine. We won't bring all of our slabs here. It's going to be great. Hey, how's it going there, 001? Welcome in. It's 1A. Hope you're having a fabulous day over there on the kick side of things. All right. So, let's see. We'll go ahead and get this filled in. Now, the idea, as I said, is this is going to be a stage. So, I'm going to do a couple things. One, I'm not entirely sure I like this idea, but I was kind of thinking maybe put a couple of stage lights here. That's a little bit high, if I'm going to be totally honest with you. And the other thing I was thinking is, okay, we can put this here. If I had a mob head, hang on, how is that? Hi, I would like to look at the height. This is probably the wrong way to do it. Actually, that's not bad. If I had the right mob head, that might make for a good microphone. Maybe. Maybe. Okay, also, I kind of feel like I want to throw something back there. I just don't know what. All right, do I have... I doubt I have any sort of reasonable mob head. So I know I don't have anything there. What I might have to do... This may involve heading back to my base. Wither skeleton skulls would be great, but I'm not going to use them for this. No, I don't have any mob heads here. Okay. Not that that is at all surprising, okay? But I do have someone back at my base, so we'll worry about that in a little bit. What else would be good for this restaurant up here? Is it going to be a thing? And that, I don't know. So we've got the little mic stand going on here. Actually, I have tempted to swap that block out for something else. Now I could go ahead and put those lanterns there. Which, if this weren't the ceiling of the floor before, I might replace some of these, but that's not going to be a thing, so we'll deal with that. I might slap a little carpet or something around there, but we should be good. The other thing I need to do is set up a few tables, which I think will be cute and stuff. The question is, what color do I want to use? So we're using a lot of black, right? All this deep slate, like for the stage, for the counters. And I don't want to add too much more to that. I wonder, hang on, we're going to free cam for just a sec. Okay, the honey blocks are sitting on top of those slabs. So there's nothing I can do to add. Well, take that back. I might be able to add some extra light. Do I have some frog lights on me? I do. Ooh. See what I'm thinking? What I'm thinking is I might be able to come underneath that smoker. So let's, what would be the best way to do that? I think the best way to do that is going to be a little bit weird. So actually, maybe we'll do it this way. Okay, hang on. I'm going to need, we're going to have all sorts of fun with this villager. I can see it now. Hi, I'm going to need you to move, please. Yeah, you're going to have to move. We're just going to, all right, fine. You want to be on that side? You can be on that side. I can live with that. You be there. All right. Wonderful. All right, so what I think I can do is let's duck under here. I'm going to slap a frog light right there. Brick goes thusly. Right. And then, stair. Stair. Great. All right. There, that's going to give a little bit more light. Let's do the same thing on this side. Yeah. All right, you get to pick a side. That looks like a side. Okay. Okie dokie. That is a thing. All right, so let's get back under here. And we'll set up, do the same thing. We'll set up another, you know, I'd like to pick up one of those at least. That would be great, thanks. Apparently not going to, but hey, you know, some days you just don't get to pick up what you want to do the things with. All right. That'll help. That's going to give us a little bit of extra light over there, and those villagers won't be quite so much in the dark. It was a little bit of a problem. They were a little bit shaded. Was not thrilled with that. All right. I'm also kind of wondering if I shouldn't put a little bit of a, I don't know, some sort of, let me see, I've got some slabs. I don't know that I'm going to like this, but what if I were to bring a little bit of a thing here? Hey, Speedier, how's it going? Welcome in over there on the YouTube side of the house. Hope you're having a fabulous day. Actually, yeah, I kind of like this idea, but I want to move it down a little bit. So how you doing, dude? Hopefully your day is going all right. What if I were to do something like this? And then, oh, do I want to hang it from chains? Oh, that might be an interesting approach. Huh. That is actually kind of interesting. I think I want to try something else, but let's experiment. We're going to do a little A/B testing here. Let's pop this in here. So we'll get the same sort of look, which is going to be good. Right? But let's do something like this. All right. If I were to slap these lights in with the chains and do that, is that better? And when I could swap it out and put the lanterns on the bottom. Oh, here's an idea. What if we got some soul lanterns? What if we got the soul lanterns? Do I remember where I left them? Nope. Hey, it's the Great Shulker Hunt! Hey, Shannon, how's it going? Welcome, welcome over there on the YouTube side of things. Hopefully you're having a fabulous day. You like it. That's cool. I'm glad to hear that. Let's, I want to try this with the soul lanterns. And what I'm kind of thinking of is if I were to take this soul lantern, pop it, and drop them on the bottom, okay? So we'll hang the soul lanterns from those chains. Okay. So I've got two questions then. Is it better with the lanterns at the top or at the bottom? Okay. Or do I do I use the regular lanterns or the soul lanterns? Your server's SMP says Speedier, you're fully enchanted. Nice. Speedier, you like them at the bottom. Okay. Okay. I'm down with that. Shannon likes the top better. So, of course, here is chat disagreeing. The soul, I think you're right, though, about the soul lanterns. I think they're, one, a little bit more subtle. All right, so here we are with the top and the bottom. Hang on, I must eat the carrot. I'm thinking the top, or yeah, I'm thinking the top is going to be the way to go here. I'm also, of course, I'm still open to suggestions if you've got other ideas here, but the soul top option I think is going to be the way to go. All right, we fix. So there we are fixing. We are going to be making the things correct. All right, so that's going to go in there like so. All right, I dropped things in there. The butchers can have them. It's okay. All right, so that's good. I think what I might do, because I've got a little bit of space here, I think it might be good to get a stone stair or maybe a slab and just sort of make this a little more gentle. Actually, all along the top there might be good. All right, let's, do I have stone? I have some things. Look, I have random garbage with me. This is awesome. That's tough blocks, so it's not gonna help. All right, hang on. We must go get stone things. Right, it's okay. We've got all the stuff here somewhere. I just have to remember which box it's in. Okay, well that's stone. That'll work. And I think I've got some brick. Spruce trapdoors. It's a possibility. All right. I had some other. Well, let's take this. Okay. Some spruce trapdoors. All right. Let's meander back up now that I've got some materials. We'll just migrate the shulker monster up here because that's going to be fun. All right. The other, oops, that's silly. The other thing that might be good here would be some, that's the tough. That's not going to be helpful. The other thing that might be good here might be some bookshelves. Okay, that's, you know, one of these days I'll find the right thing. All right. Let's go ahead and set up a little crafting section here. All right. So here's what I guess I had stone. We'll use that stone. So here's what I'm thinking first, okay? Actually, let's grab some stone brick stairs here too. Okay, so we've got the spruce trapdoors, which we can place in some places. Kind of what I was thinking I might do is slap some stairs up here with the, oh, excuse me, I can't stand on your counter. It's all right, probably for the best. I'd fall off. I'm old. I would have this problem. See, that's not bad. That's not bad. If I were to, yeah, bring those stairs in, we'll bring some slabs like so. I could even continue the slabs across that way. I mean, it does blend it a little bit into the staircase, but that's okay. Yeah, I'm kind of with you there, Shannon. I like this. There's some more details and things we can add. Obviously, we're just getting started. This is going to be a restaurant, so we've got all sorts of goodness happening here. And so I feel like I really should be putting something in the corners. I don't know what yet. We'll burn that bridge when we get there, but the other thing I might do, you were talking about trapdoors earlier. What if we were to come in with the trapdoors at this level? So it's just a little bit above. You can't really see them from here. But if you come over, you can see that it's got a little bit of a roof. Okay. I think this is going to be good. I mean, we could use a different block there, like a different color. I've got all of the woods. It may take a little bit of work to go get them, but that I think is going to work. I mean, I could do something really bright and cheerful like pale oak or birch. But I think that's subtle and it's going to give sort of the look that I want. I could, I'm not, all right. He just owns that now. What if I were to come in here? Oh, this is going to be awkward. All right. I'm going to turn those, but if we take them, replace those slabs with the trapdoors. Yeah. Yeah, it's like a pretty cozy restaurant. That is going to be the idea. So what the idea overall is for those of you who might be new to the stream and what we're doing here is, let me free cam out for a minute. I'm building a winter village, okay? One of my server mates built the snowman. We're in this building here, this big red brick house. Right next to it is a snow globe with the shulker farm and a decorative little village inside, okay? What this building is basically going to be is almost a community starter base or something like that. So you can buy some food here. If we come down this stairs here, obviously there's nothing on this floor. We'll hopefully get to that. Oh, hi. We'll get to that today. If not, some other time. I need a chimney. I've got one on the outside. It's just around the back. I'll show that in a second. Here we've got some basic villagers with some basic trades. I need to do some detail stuff, like I need to touch up these signs and things. And then through here, here's the shulker farm and a community storage. Auto-sorted thanks to our copper golem friends. So yeah, so we've got some basics. The nether portal goes up onto the roof, so we've got all of that fun stuff. And so yeah, so just want to make this a nice cozy thing. We're gonna have to get some beds in here. But if we come out this back door, yeah, I've got some chimneys coming off the back here. Ah, jeez, monkeys, it's death snow. Okay, gotta watch out for the death snow. But yeah, so we've got some nice little chimneys here. Again, there's some detail work that could go into this. I've been debating whether or not to replace these stone brick walls with tuff, like I've done down here. You know, so we've got a nice little area. Yeah. So yeah, we're going to have just a sort of cozy little restaurant up here. There is an attic. The attic it's got some stuff. It's got a brewing stand. Or brewing stand, right? We've got a little brewing area, so you could use the stuff if you want to brew things. We've got a little enchanting room, which I said I was thinking about moving some things around in here, but I haven't come back to deal with the details here yet. Also, I I don't have any wax on me. I don't. I do need to wax that so it's a little bit more less green. That's the word I'm looking for. Less green. So yeah, so that's the idea. So we've got our chimneys. We've got this area. Let's see. I could put in some trapdoors there like that, but I don't like the shape of that. I like having this little raised area here, but I think we'll go with that. It's not crazy. It's not, you know, but I think it'll serve. All right. We've got a little stage here so we can have, you know, live music, stand-up comedy, whatever else we got going on. All right. So this is fine. This torch is not needed. We'll go. I've got some mob heads. We'll get a microphone or something on this. I might have enough light now. It's still a little dim, which, okay, yeah, too dark over here. That's fine. We'll get some light around, but at least most of the torches are in a good place here. All right. All right, so we'll worry about the rest of this in a little bit. Sweet. All right, so I want to do a couple of things here. So we're talking a cozy restaurant, right? So I'm going to do a couple of things I think that's going to work. But the first thing I need to do is figure out, one, what sort of tables are we going to have? So I'm going to throw some torches back in just to light the area back up. Hopefully by the time we're done with this place, it'll be all bright and shiny and cheerful. But I'm thinking, you know what might be good? Have you ever been to one of those, like, we've got a coffee shop in town that, dude, okay, I'm sorry. I'm going to have to ask you to leave. Okay, thank you. We've got a coffee shop in town that's got a bunch of, you know, comfy couches and bookshelves and stuff like that, right? And I'm kind of wondering, what if we were to take some bookshelves? I think I'm going to need more bookshelves than that. Hang on. Let's buy some really expensive bookshelves. Oh, right. Make some stools on the stage. That's an idea. Hang on. Let's get... Okay. Any of you guys do bookshelves? Okay. They're expensive bookshelves here because I haven't converted any of these guys. The ones back in my main base I've converted, but these ones I actually brought back from my original starter base. Yeah, I guess I can call it my starter base. But my original base, I said I hadn't done any sort of conversion of these guys. But what I'm thinking is, if we were to do something fun, like, oh, here, you guys are butchers. Enjoy some rotten flesh. See, a stool could be fun. The only problem with the stool is these are bottom slabs. We can make that happen. It's just going to be a little funky. But I've seen some of those places where, like, they've got, okay, it's the right axe, where they've got some bookshelves and some cozy seating, which I think we can do with, you know, what I want are the seats from Create Mod. I don't have them, but I would love those. But what if we were to set up a little book nook over here? Like, and we can take, I don't know, this is going to be the way I want to do it, but for now, let's just put some lanterns up here. I think that's not going to be the way I want to go with that, but We'll leave them there for the moment. And what if we were to come in? What would be a good... See, what would be a good thing to put there that would also not clash with the rest of the color here? Like, what if I... Actually, you know what this should be? This should not be bookshelves. That should be chiseled bookshelves. Okay, and then we could put some actual books on it. But yeah, we can make a couch. The question is, what do we do with it? Okay, so I'm going to put down slabs. These are not going to be the materials, but like if we were to put some slabs down like so, or I said it's not going to be the stone brick, but we could put in something like that. We could do, okay, again, this is not going to be the material, but just so we can see what the shape looks like. Right, we could do something like that. Cheese monkeys. No, that's not how that goes. Right, we could do something along those lines. Right, again, it won't be the spruce, but you see what I'm getting at with the shape? So we could do, you know, either just slabs all the way across, or slabs and stairs, or this might be better. Oh. Darn, this isn't going to work, but or maybe it'll work. I don't have a bed. I'm wondering if I were to put a bed here with something like a stair like this. Ooh, that could be interesting. What would be a good bed color that would fit there? It's perfect. Yeah, see, I like the idea as far as the shape, right? If I were to put in, hang on, I'm going to go downstairs. I've got a bed downstairs. I don't think I want to use the blue that it is, but that is, okay. Scared myself there for a minute with a dark spot. All right. I don't actually have a bed on me, right? Okay. Cool. Let's take this light blue bed. And again, I don't know that this is actually the color I want to use, but let's pretend here for a moment. You have to go. Okay. Have fun, Shannon. Take care. Have a fabulous day. Thanks for hanging out. What if we were to do something like this? Maybe turn the bed the other way so that the pillow is over on that side. Either way could be fun. And then if I were to put in some quartz, that might be good. That might be... Ooh. Quartz. Do I have quartz? Okay, but yeah, something like this. And actually, that light blue may not be a bad way to go. It's bright and colorful and cheerful. If we lay out some cozy carpet over here. Oh, I think that would be really good. Oh, I'm going to need all the wool. Okay. Great. If I'm going to get all the wool, I'm going to need all of the inventory space. All right. Do I have a shulker box on me that I want to use, or do I go get yet another shulker? We'll take this one. All right. Let's head out to the wool farm and get some wool. So we're going to get some light blue. Okay. What else would go nicely on our shopping list here? We're going to get some light blue. Orange would be too bright. All right, well, we'll take a look when we get in there. Because we've got all of the options, right? I've got the wool farm set up here. So we'll just duck through here and see what we can find. What we can find is a hole in the ground. It's a deep hole in the ground, mind you. All right. So we'll duck in here. This was my first base in this world. I've started doing a little bit of conversion work on an ancient city. You know, it's not ideal, and it's not done, but you know, it is what it is. All right, so we're gonna start with some light blue wool. Okay, we'll bring some of this. Now, what else would go well here? I think the purple might be out. We are going to need something for a nice carpet color, right? If we're going to have the light blue beds, if I come around this way, honestly, I'm thinking magenta. Let's grab a little bit of magenta. I don't know that I want to go with any of the grayscale colors. I'm going to bring some red. Red's always a good color. It's just I'm a little bit worried about it with the brick, so I'm not going to go too crazy with red if we even use it. Let's grab some cyan. All right, we'll make Sprite happy. We'll bring some purple as well. I don't know that we're going to use it, but also, let's go ahead and bring both greens. Like I said, I don't know if I'm going to use both greens, but we'll do it. Heck, I'm just grabbing all of the wool. I don't need... I mean, I will eventually need all of the wool, but I don't need all of it right now. Fine. Fine, we'll get it. Yeah, I mean, because I am going to need it to fill in the farm. Actually, we could... A little brown wool might be good for... Actually, it might be good for the tables, if I'm going to be honest with you. All right, we'll grab some of the other just to have it. I don't know that any of this is going to be what I want, but we might as well grab it because we're here. Sure, we'll grab the pink too. Though I think I actually have pink back there in the building, but we'll see. All right. Is there anything else I need while I'm over here? I think we're good. We've got... That's the villager breeder and cleric trading hall. I've got food, so I don't need to worry about that. I don't think I need to worry about moss. Or, you know, let's meander over here. Because what I might do, let's come over to the moss farm. I don't think I want the... Well, actually, I might do something with the pale oak carpet. Okay. Is that this one? Yeah. Let's grab some pale moss carpet. And I think I've got plenty of saplings back in the base. So I don't think I need to worry about those, but those could be useful as plants and things. If I decide I want to go that route, we're not that far away. We can definitely make our way back over here if necessary. All right. All right, so that's a thing. We can deal with all of that fun. All right, let's head back to the brick store and see what else we can do. Because I think we're gonna have some fun. Okay, we're gonna have fun with color, and you know, I am not one that is overly good dealing with colors and stuff. So we're gonna see how this goes, but hopefully we've got some Good stuff on the way. All right, so in we go. And now we take our shulker box full of bright and colorfulness up into our restaurant. Okay. All right, so I'm going to definitely grab some of this. Oh, I didn't get any. Darn it. I was going to get some. I have some quartz. I have some downstairs. It's raw quartz, so I'm not overly excited to do much with it. But let's... Because I can buy quartz blocks from villagers. Raw quartz is a little bit harder to come by. Yes, I've got my bartering farm, and yes, it works, but I can't go the other way, right? I can't turn quartz blocks back into quartz, just raw quartz, okay? Which makes it a little bit tougher if I want to, you know, build things like comparators and stuff like that. But let's get a couple of stairs here. And this might be the way to go. Let's go ahead and pop that out. You know, I'm going to have to say no to that. Oh, hi. Little overeager there with the drill. Sorry, it's okay. We're fine. We'll make it through. One of these boxes is full of garbage. Hey, speaking of boxes full of garbage, do I have one that has oak in it? Oak would be awesome here. Do I have it? That would be no. No, I've got spruce, and I've got mangrove, and I've got pale oak. Actually, let's try some pale oak. Let's try a little bit of pale oak here and just see if that's a block. I mean, it's fine. Blocks are cool, but see, I'm kind of thinking I might want to use oak because it will blend in with these bookcases, and then we can do some fun stuff with that. Yeah, let's go get some oak. I've got some. It's just not here. All right. So we'll put the pale oak away and the quartz away in there. All right. Oak. Let's see. Yeah, that's spruce and honey and lots of things that aren't oak. Do you want to build a restaurant? Should we fill it with the blocks? There's some oak. Some things we might do with the copper lanterns too, but that's a problem for future me. Slabs and oh, I've got. Let's take that quartz upstairs with me. We'll see how this goes. I mean, if nothing else, this running up and down the stairs is really good for our calves. So that's a thing. Now, I might also turn these beds around. Yeah, see, that's not bad. That's not bad. I think, and I don't know that it's going to make any difference at all, but let's turn the beds around so the pillows are facing the bookshelf. You know, actually, I know it's weird, and I don't know that it makes a lot of difference, but that way. I do want to have those there. Okay. Now, I could do something. I could set up a little coffee table, which actually I'm gonna go ahead and use the polished tuff for that. Right, I could just put a little coffee table there. All right. That's a thing that happens. Okay. Where did I get this out of? Oh, the tough box. That kind of makes sense. And then let's get... I need a... I'm actually think I may take that tough block out here in a minute. But let's get some carpet. We've got the light blue. Let's go... Actually, I've got some magenta carpet. Let's go ahead and just put that down and see what it looks like. Is that? That might be a little bit bright. I like the contrast, but that is a lot. That is a lot. Okay. Let's try something else then. Tough block, go with Var. Let's actually try the pale moss. I know it's a little weird, but that's not quite what I wanted to do. At least not here. Elsewhere perhaps, but not on the bookshelf. That just looks like we need to dust the bookshelves. Okay. It does have a really cozy vibe to it, though. Right, I mean, if I were to just bring this all the way across like so. Okay. It's got a vibe. It definitely has a vibe, but I think that might be a little bit too... I don't know, a little bit too mellow. I'm just going to grab some purple, but I think... Let's try some green. Okay. And let's... Okay, so let's get our moss up here. Oh, that's not bad. Actually, you know what? It might be... What if I were to leave that? Oh, this might actually be cool. Let's get a little bit more carpet. Oh, that's sort of fun. I don't know that I like just having it as the sort of area rug, but that's kind of fun. Let's take that out. Do I just want to have this L-shaped carpet here? If I could come under these blocks with wool, that might be good too, but it's not bad, okay? It's definitely not. I'm sort of wondering if I've got a little bit too much of something here, but I think we're okay. What I might do, let's, I may end up crafting more chains here, which is going to be an interesting thing, but what if I were to hang these lanterns? Maybe? We're talking definite maybe territory here, okay? Also, the reason why I went with the chiseled bookshelves here is so that I could get the solid side and not get like these bookshelves do here where you've got books on both sides, or actually technically on 4 sides. This way you only have it on 1, and we can go get some books and fill that in, but that's not bad, though I don't think I want the lamp there. Right, I'd want to do something like this. It's not bad. What if I were to replace that with a soul lantern? Okay. Again, we're not going to get a lot of extra light from it because soul lanterns just don't put out light. But it's not a bad look. That's not at all what I wanted. No. We get that. We get the thing. Huh. See, I kind of like the look just because it sort of vibes with what we've got going with our butchers over here. Right? Honestly, this has real, like, sushi bar sort of vibes, right? But maybe the problem is the type of chains we've got going on. All right, let's go downstairs. Let me see if I have some copper lanterns. I know I have some copper torches, but I don't know if I have copper lanterns. That's not it. That's no. Okay, we'll take this one. Yeah, copper lanterns. Okay, let's just take this whole box. Oh yeah, the shulker monster is migrating. It's gonna love it. It's gonna love it up here. It's all nice and cozy. It's got the vibes. You know, you need some nice cozy vibes, right? Okay. All right, so let's grab some of these. Let's grab some of these. Copper chains. That would be great. Honestly, we'll just craft all that up. So it's not a lot, but it's some. What if we were to come in and replace that? Okay, with copper. Now, I might end up having to let this oxidize a bit. I think the orange is a little bit too much, but I like the idea here. Okay, if I were to come in and do the same thing, right, you go like so. I mean, it's okay. It's okay. Don't get me wrong. It's not bad. It's not bad. There's something. I think it's this one I don't like. Okay. Yeah, see, I like having that here. I think I want to do a little bit of something else. You know what I could do? Ooh. Other than the fact that lantern's in the way, I was just thinking I could run some stone brick across the top here. Let's throw our lanterny bits in here. Also, let me go. I know I have some beeswax around here somewhere. Gonna grab some beeswax. Gonna grab some stuff. I know I've got it around here somewhere. Anywhere. Have a box of tough? I don't know. It's gonna rhyme with snowman. Where did I put it? You know, actually, it's probably upstairs. It's probably one of those boxes up there that I took with me, and I wasn't paying attention to it. All right. You know what? We'll just... Everyone likes flashing boxes, right? Flashing inventory is the best. Or no, it's not these. Yeah. All right, let's take a look. I know I know I have a box somewhere that has... Oh, right there. Okay, we're good. We're good. We've got it. Just so that I can wax those suckers when they get to the appropriate oxidation levels. All right. So I do have a box of stone things. That's this one. What I want to do is let's get some stone stairs. And let's get some slabs. Some stone brick slabs. Okay. And I think what I want to do is, what if I were to run some slabs across this way, and then we stair. Okay, and we'll do the same thing over here. Okay. Just run some slabby jabbies across the top like so. All right. Now, part of me wants to run them across from here, but again, we're going to hit these lamps, and I like those lamps, so I don't want to move them. But what I could do... Ooh, this could be fun. What if we pop off from here? Not that one. That's in the wrong place, but... Yeah, let's try this. Okay. All right, it's not too bad. In fact, I'm kind of leaning now towards just going ahead and doing this, at least on... Yeah, go ahead. Just slap that there. Okay. All right, so that's the thing. And then I could just bring these bricks across like so. Okay, well, I don't know if I want to do it there, right? But I could pop that in like that. Yeah, I mean, it's okay. I'm not totally sold on this, but it's okay. And if I were to just bring this all the way across here like so, I do the same thing like so. Okay, don't worry about that. That's just misplaced. I will solve that in a moment. Okay. Okay, that's not too bad. It adds a little bit of something. We'll worry about the corners here in a little bit, okay? For the moment, I don't think I want to do that in the corners. Okay, I think that's going to give me a little bit of... just a little bit of a angsty problem of some sort or other. So, we'll not do that. Okay. Okie dokie. So, got a nice little cozy area over here. As I said, I want to set up some tables, and I don't know what I want to do with them. Okay, just straight up, I don't know. One of the things I could do is, what if I were to get some carpets, okay? So I think the magenta is a little bit too much. What did I use here? Just green? I don't want to just use the green, but this might be a case of mixing and matching. But let's grab some blue wool. Hi, please do the thing. Right, and I could do something like this. Also, I think I may replicate this cozy corner over there. Okay, but what if I were to set up something along these lines? Right? where I set up a table like here. Hang on, I need string. Fortunately, I have string, okay? It's downstairs, I think. Everything is downstairs. That's just how this goes. I don't remember where I put it, but it's down here. Oh, the glass and the iron and the more iron. So much iron. Really? I saw a string, but it was like one thing of string. So that's not going to be helpful. All right, we're going to have to go get string. Fortunately, I have a lot of it. Okay, so we're going to go get that, but... All right, it just means we're going to have to head back to the base. Back to the Badlands we go. So anyway, y'all doing okay? Y'all getting excited for Christmas? I am. Not that we're doing a whole lot for Christmas, but my youngest kids are coming back from college this weekend. So that'll be cool, having them home. You know, my wife and I have been sort of empty nesting the last few months, and it's been great. It's been awesome. I love it. But I also love my kids, and so it'll be nice having my girls home. Sadly, you know, my other kids aren't going to be home, but you know, they have, you know, lives and are also a lot further away. So, you know, we do what we can. All right, let's see. This way. I always come out of that portal facing the wrong way. Woohoo! All right. We're here. All right, I think what I might need to do, obviously, we're going to get some string. I've got lots of that here, so we'll get some of that. But I think what I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to take a quick bio break, and I will be right back. So hang in there just a moment. So that's going to be the plan. Now, I haven't entirely decided yet if I'm just going to make bread loaves here in the bakery or also sell bread slices. And I say sell, right? Sell, distribute, you know, have sliced bread. I've heard sliced bread is pretty good. Lots of things are compared to it, but I'm not entirely sure any of them actually are as good as sliced bread. You know, it's just one of those things. I don't know. Maybe it's good, maybe it's not, but sliced bread is in fact pretty good. So we're gonna hope and see. Okay, I am back. I also took off the sweater because it's a little bit warm. All right, string. Do I take the stack or do I take a whole shulker box? Let's just grab a stack. I don't think we're going to need that much. I hope. If I need more, well, I know where to come. The other thing I think I'm going to need are some rockets. So let's go ahead and grab a few of those. All right. And rockets. Is there anything else I need while I'm here? I mean, I've made the trip, right? I might as well get the get something here, right? Is there anything else I need? Do I need terracotta? Do I need bricks? Concrete? Got all the things. Actually, I might grab some plants. Yeah, I think let's... I was thinking eye blossoms, but I don't know that those are going to have the bright and cheerful vibe that I'm kind of going for. It's weird. I actually don't have that many flowers. I don't have a flower farm or anything like that, so it's not like I've been getting that type of thing. Let's... Honestly, what might be good... How do I not have cherry saplings here? Weird. Okay. All right. Sure. We might need to take a quick stop off at the ancient city, where I've got my tree farm and I've got plenty, hopefully more than plenty, of cherry saplings. So we'll see how that goes. All right. And away we go. So yeah, we'll stop off at the farm and see what we got. Oh, while we're going, obviously I've got merch over at musicfreegaming.com, which is awesome and amazing. It's pretty much too late to get anything here by Christmas. If you're looking for that, if you order it like priority express super urgent shipping, maybe you can get it by Christmas, but I would not count on it. On the other hand, it's great. It makes a great New Year's gift. So if you're looking for Music Free Gaming merch, check that out. I really, really like this water bottle, by the way. I just keep this at my desk all the time, just fill it up, and it is so good. It actually comes with a metal straw if you are one of those people who prefers a straw. I actually like the straw, but it rattles too much for me to use it while I stream because it's a metal cup. And metal cup and a metal straw, and they clang around too much by the mic when I try to drink from it. So I don't use that. Ah, yes. There we go. Let's grab some saplings. I think these are going to be good. The pale oak saplings give the wrong sort of vibe, so we're going to not grab those. But all right, it's this way. Spawn. Woohoo! All right. Okay, so hi. Excuse me, sir. I'm gonna have to ask you to leave. Thank you. I am half tempted to just put an iron golem down here, just to police this area. The problem is 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it could walk upstairs, and I really don't want it to go upstairs. I'd want it to stay down here with the nether portals. That one, and there's one over there. You know, just to keep, you know, take care of those piglins when they walk through. It's not like it's a big deal, but kinda. Okay, anyway, so what I was thinking of, if I were to write some carpet here. All right, let's spruce. Spruce would be one of the wood boxes I think I've got. Here we go. And I don't know if this is going to be the right amount of table. And to be honest, I think the table's in the wrong place. I think I need to shift it over, but that's not bad. That's not bad. And then we could set some form of chairs, right? Some form of seating around it. Yeah, I mean that's not a bad. It's not a bad design. Honestly, this actually is about right as far as the dimensions for a table, but yeah, I think if I were to put a table like that sort of back this way. Okay, this might be interesting. If I were to do something like this. Let's put a bookshelf here. All right. I don't know if I want to do the dual bookshelf thing again, but we're gonna try it. Where did I put the lights? I know I have a box that's got lights in it. There we go. Okay. We're gonna bring our copper chain and lantern action back here. All right. So if I were to do something along these lines, and then spruce. Okay. Let's go ahead and get some planks so that I can make up some fences. Fences would be great. Thank you. Okay. So what if I was to set up a table that sits kind of like this? Okay. Okay, go and place that in. Let's get some more blue carpet. I'm not entirely sure I want to move that, or where I want to move that table to, so. Or anything else. I'm just not sure of anything, really. If I'm going to be honest with you, I am not sure of anything. Okay, but. Hi. Oh, he's in a boat. He's good. Yeah, we've got some zombie friends and stuff meandering around out there. We'll, by the time we're done with this area, it'll be all lit up and spawn safe and stuff like that. Though if I got really creative with it, there's a lot of powdered snow around the outside. What could be fun would be to light up the inside of the village area. Oh, looks like we've got some guys chilling on the lake. But then set up some powdered snow around various parts of it, and just, hey, if mobs come in, they hit the powdered snow and they drop in and freeze, and I don't have to worry about them. All right, that's an idea. All right, so what type of chairs? I don't think we're gonna go with the stone brick chairs. But if I were to come in with maybe not tough brick, but what if I were to come in with polished tough? Okay, and okay, and what if we were to slap in some seating over here like so? Right, that's a thing. Another option. Another option would be to set up like booth type seating back here, which might actually work better with a smaller table. But if I were to come back here with, say, oh, this might be interesting. All right, hang on. I need to put the string away. Let's get some gray wool. And we're gonna make up some gray beds. Okay. What if I were to come over here? Take that out. We slap a gray bed over here, slap a gray bed over here. Okay. Let's take these chairs out. Also, yep, that fence. Okay. Okay, I do still like the idea of having some seating here, but what if we do it like that? Okay, that's gonna have to. All right. See, that's not too bad. I feel like I need a little bit of something here on the side, which maybe we'll just go something really simple like this. Okay. I know it's a little bit funky with the, like, how do you get into this? You can't. Everything's in the way. You're just out of luck. But that might not be bad, though. The problem is that the table is a 2x2 table, so it's kind of okay though. It's got the vibes. I kind of like the tough chairs here. Maybe I don't want to. Oops, that's absolutely just wrong. Okay, you know what'd be really cool? Turning around. Turning around would be cool. Placing those blocks in the right way. So that's not bad. I mean, I could just take that out. I mean, is that okay? Do I want to? I could make the table smaller. I mean, I'd have to cut the table down by 75%, right? Take it down to just one thing, but it might be okay. Might be an okay table. All right. I mean, sure, we can go with that. All right. Now, how else do I want to, or what else do I want to do with this? Now, we do have some issues which we'll need to sort out in a couple of places. One of them is right here. One is this whole row right here, where we've got all of this stone brick. We've got the same problem here, but it's coming off the staircase, so it's not quite as it's not quite as bad. Maybe that's the way I want to put it. Okay. I do like those overhangs, though. I almost want to. I don't have the. I don't really have the blocks to do this. If I were to put a trapdoor here, and then replace this with a stair, I'm not totally sure if this is gonna. Yeah. Yep, that's sort of what this was missing. I want to try this side without the trapdoor first. Let's just see if that makes a difference, okay? Spruce stairs. That'd be great, thanks. All right. Because I'm a little bit... All right. I'm a little bit worried that with that spruce stair, it's a little bit too sprucey. It kind of is. What if I were to do something else with that? What if we were to come in with pale oak trapdoors? See, that's... I like the difference, okay? So if we put the... we put the spruce trapdoors here. It's fine. We just get a lot of color that's all sort of the same. And there isn't a lot of separation of this little hanging deal from what's coming down on the walls and all of this stuff, okay? It's fine, but not at all what I'm looking for, okay? So having something like the pale oak trapdoors definitely gives it a different vibe, which I'm kind of liking here, actually. So I know I'm all over the place. Welcome to my mind, okay? This is how my mind works. All right, trapdoors up or down. All things being equal, I think I like them up. I don't know why. I don't know. There's just something about it. Up just seems... It's just where that little grippy handle thing is. Okay. I don't know why these guys keep getting all green sparkly goodness on them, but you know, they're doing their thing. It's all good. We do have a little bit of bring your own meat action here, I suppose, if you want to cook beef or mutton, you know. You can bring it to them. They'll give you pork chops and chicken. It's all good. Yeah, I kind of like that. I do. I like that. Out of curiosity. Does that look like? No, I want that down. I was just curious. I like seeing the smoke go all the way up there. See, that's the... This is actually the smoke that comes out the chimney up here. It's harder to see because the sky's all gray and cloudy, but... And that comes from the fireplaces downstairs, which is really cool. But I like having the smoke come up here from the smokers. It just looks like we've got, you know, fun, hot grilling action happening back here, which is totally what we're about. Okay, so this is good. I'm going to let that oxidize. We're going to see what that looks like as it goes green. Okay, so these chairs are out. Huh. Now I can hang lanterns and stuff from the ceiling here, right? I could come in with... Right, I can come in with chains and lamps and we can do all sorts of stuff here. Which is good because there are a few places where I do need to think about having some light. Okay, I'm still not sold on this table. I mean, the table itself looks really good. Okay, I like this table. I'm just gonna sit here and stare at this table. It's gonna be great. Yeah. Now we need we need some smaller tables here. Oh, yeah. Jeez. All right. No, we're good. Let's, we'll just move this over here. That'll be great. All right. So we've got ourselves a little bit of a table thing happening there. Around the stage, we would have some smaller tables. I think we'll deal with that. So let's grab some carpet. Okay. Sorry, I'm running out of space here, y'all. Okay. No, this is totally fine. Absolutely fine. The wall of shulker boxes is obviously the decor that I want in here. Yeah, that's just totally it. Okay. Yeah, I think what I want to do, let's again, making some room, all of them. All right. Yeah, we'll go ahead and just move these two. Sure. Do you want to move a shulker? Oh, I forgot to get the mob heads. That's the other thing I needed when I was back at my base. All right, so that's going to be a little too close. Because we've got to put some chairs around it. Okay, but let's throw a couple of tables. And I don't know that I need them to be equal. Like, you know, all symmetrical as far as where they're placed and stuff. But having them sort of sit around out here. Let's move this one over. That would be a little bit too close to the stage. Yeah, we'll put one more, say, right here, okay? And then what we can do is we can set up some chairs around here. Right? As they're here sort of facing the stage, right? So if you've got someone's up here, they're singing, they're doing stand up, whatever, right? We've got some tables sticking out this way. It's gonna be good. I don't know if I want to. Do I want to put another table over here? I'm just looking at the space, and there's a little bit of an empty feel to it, so I'm not entirely sure what I want to do with it, but whatever I'm doing with it, this isn't it. It definitely needs a little bit of something there. Let's see, where did I have that oak? Okay, I've got some oak right here. And I don't have oak slabs. Hi. I would like some of your oak slabs, please. Thank you. Is that seems a little heavy, but maybe it'll be okay. And then I don't think I have any like flower pots or anything like that here. I've got some brick. That'll work. Yeah. That will work. Let's grab a flower pot. Okay, right, so we can slap, you know, flower pot like that, something. Okay, and then this is where, right, we can, jeez, I reorganized now. I don't know where I left anything. Okay, that's not it. There we go. Right, and then we can do things like, oh, put a cherry sapling there. Yeah, right. Something like that. Kind of like that idea. I could even put a shelf across the window, but I think we're okay for that. I'm okay. Put the lights in there for now. Where did I put the box with all the colored gunk? It's not still in my inventory, right? No. Ah, okay, right there. All right, so yeah, so if I were to, right, we could just throw a couple of flower pots. I don't know what else might be here. Definitely some different flowers might be handy. But so far, so good, right? I'm sure this is wonderful. Everything is great. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm going to keep this table, but we're going to move out this way. Now, what I could do... Yeah, so I've got to deal with that. Now, I could solve that problem with some more carpet. We can set up a few other things around here, so... Like, I could... I don't have... What don't I have? was going to say more bookshelves is what I don't have. I mean, I've got some chiseled bookshelves, right? I could come in with some chiseled bookshelves and I mean, I could, right, do something along those lines. Okay, that could be interesting. I might want to shift this table a little bit. But for now, I'm going to leave it, but I'm just know I'm already thinking that maybe I don't want that there. You know, that I want to maybe swing these tables this way just a little bit. Okay, so we'll see, right? We've got all the time. But this is one of those cases where I don't know if I want to use. Let's just use the spruce for the moment. Okay. So I'm just looking at shelf potential here, right? So we could put a little bit of something on the shelves, right? I could even bring a shelf all the way across in front of the window. Right? That's a possibility. And what if I were to come in with not that one, this one? I think I had some. I don't have any. I was thinking, what if I had some spruce trapdoors or spruce bookshelves? And I don't have any at the moment, so let's do something about that. Okay. I don't think I have enough of those. Because these things are kind of expensive, you know? Yeah, just a little bit. Okay, grab one more set. What if we were to and I'm doing the spruce rather than the oak to tie in with the shelves, but maybe the oak would be better. Okay. If I were to bring those up that way. This actually is a really cool unit. In fact, I could take it, well, I can't take it all the way to the ceiling because we've got the slab there, but that would be sort of an interesting design, but yeah, that's not gonna work. Let's go see if I have some oak, and we'll try some oak shelves. I don't know that I have oaks. We may have to go hunting. Those lecterns are interesting. That's not. Okay, I don't think I have oak over here. Let me see what I've got in the storage. You know, since I've just started doing sorting things. Okay. Yeah. All right. Okay, we're going to try this. I'm going to sneeze? Am I going to sneeze? I'm not going to sneeze. Hey, what do you know? Sneezing did not happen today. You know, sometimes you have to be grateful for the small miracles in life, and our lack of sneezing and... Okay. All right. All right. Anyway, the Enderman distracting me from my lack of sneezing. I love it. All right. So let's go ahead and get ourselves some oak shelves. So I don't think this is enough. I think we're going to have to go cut down some oak trees. Okay, but let's see what this looks like. I think that does look better. The trapdoors are a little bit of an issue, but I don't know that I want to put in the oak trapdoors because they've got holes in them. That is a nice little unit, though. I do like that. What I don't know is if there's, like, I want to put things up there, right? So what I could do, one of these, not that one, right? I could throw a chest up here, right? I could throw a couple of chests up here, right? And I could throw in some more flower pots, right? We're thinking cozy here, right? Couple of, inventory. Let's see. What do I have that I don't need at the instant? The wool, right? Where did I put the colors? There they go. All right, right. So I could come in here with a couple of other flower pots. I want to make a decorative pot as well. Right, because what if I were to put a decorative pot? All right, I could put one there. Maybe not there. I mean, I could put one here in front of the window. That's going to block that too much. I don't want to do that. Okay, but what I could do, I like the idea of using this pot though, so we're gonna hang on to that. But okay, and for now, it's all pink saplings. Some different colored things might be really handy actually, but so if I put that there, maybe I put this decorative pot over here. So that really feels like it's something that should be on the floor. You know what I mean? I mean, if I were to put this here. Okay. Right, and do... Again, I need to come in here and change up the flowers, but for now, we've got some things, right? Let's see. Where did I put that? I thought it was probably over here. That. Oh no, it's still in my inventory. The pale moss carpet. That's kind of okay, actually. Let's break that. Oh, I think I kind of want that to be lower, but so we could do something along those lines. Okay. And I think if I were to take some shears or just pickaxe, just trim that back there a little bit. No, it actually looks really good against something like terracotta. Like you've got a colored terracotta. It looks really good. I've got that in my in the Mason Trading Hall back in the Badlands. But yeah, I feel like I need a little bit of something here. This is a problem. You know, having it right here under the, that's not that big a deal, right? I could put this like so. Like I could do a couple of those, right? And we can do some fun decorative nonsense over there. I don't know. Just I don't know if the chest is the right way to go here, but I need something, right? There aren't a lot of good decorative sub blocks, right? I've got some mob heads and some things I'd have to go get, but as far as what sort of interesting decorative stuff could go here? There isn't a whole lot. You know what I mean? Okay. Right. So I do like the idea maybe of sticking this pot right here, though. Let's go ahead and craft up another flower pot. All right, stick that there. And then we'll get a sapling or something in here. Some sort of nice flower that, you know, something would look good there. So that's not bad. This table is a problem. Let's move it. Again, I like the table. It's just where it's at is a problem. So, like I said, I kind of like the idea. Oh, actually, you know what might be really cool? Lights. Instead of this flower pot there, what happens if I put a lantern there? Oh, that looks really good. Oh, that looks really good. I don't know if I'd want to let that oxidize a notch. Right, this I'm gonna let go green, but this I think here this is oxidized one level, hasn't it? Hang on, let me find a spot to put that string. I'm gonna swap lanterns for a minute. Okay. We'll let that go there. What if I were to put this exposed copper lantern here? Okay. It's the question is the color, right? So is the faded copper color better, or is the full bright, right? This full copper. And see, with the full copper, you get you get a little bit more of the, hey, it's lit action, right? And so because it's lit, it's a little bit brighter. But the exposed copper here, oh, darn it. The exposed copper matches the color here a little bit better. And honestly, if I had some shirts, this would be even better, I think. But I do like that. Oh, I do. So let's all right. I'm gonna wax this. Keep that that way. These I want to let go fully green, and we're gonna see what that looks like. But and then we can always strip them back down. But for now, we'll let that happen. I need a little something going on here. I don't know what, but just a little something. Oh. So we could put in some more flowers. I don't know what else would look good here, but something might be good there. Now, like, what I could do here, if I were to pop that up like that, that's definitely a thing. Remember when I said I was intrigued by, or it was interesting with the lecterns? Let's run downstairs and grab them. Because I've got an idea. I don't know that it's going to be a good idea, but it's definitely an idea. And I like having ideas. All right, so you know what? Let's just bring this whole box upstairs because, you know, if I can't migrate a shulker monster, I don't know what I'm doing with my life. Let's be fair. I'm not entirely sure I know what I'm doing in my life, even without the shulker migration, but we're gonna go with it. This has some. Obviously, it's got the flower pots. Got a couple of books, you know, so we can slap those in there. But let's say I take this out for a minute, and I put a lectern in here. Is that this? Hang on. Let's get our lecterns in there. That's okay. Be honest with me. This is weird, isn't it? Yeah, that's weird. Where's my slabs? Yeah, that's just weird. I like there's some things about this I kind of like, but it's just not working for me. I mean, that's kind of okay, but yeah, just I don't know. I don't know if I like the having the stuff in front. Oops. Or if I want to okay, where's that book? Or if I just want to leave this open. The gray there is kind of throwing me a little bit, which is why the trap doors are interesting. Now I think the pale oak is going to be the wrong color. Okay, I mean, we can go with that. The other thing I could do is I could slap like a painting here, right? That might be good. Just a little 1x1 painting. So we'll have the flowers there. We can do another number of other things. We can get some candles too, for that matter. But yeah, so that's a thing. So I'm going to do that. Do I want to bring that sort of? I honestly kind of like this. It hides that stone, which was one of those problematic things we had going on. Okay. I said this stone is less of an issue because it's here for the stairs, right? This might be... Honestly, I'm kind of wondering if I shouldn't just bring this this whole unit and just have it extended over this way. Like if I were to, let's take that out. Okay. And let's bring those bookshelves, or these shelves. I take that back. Shelves. Okay. If I were to take those shelves here, and let's continue the spruce across this way, right? Now it's a little bit funky, okay? Right? We're a little bit funky because this is wide. Let's take this out. All right, and I could come in with some... that would have to be shelves like so. Okay. And yeah, we can continue the flower pot over there. That still looks cool. Okay. So we could do even more shelves and stuff there. All right, if I were to put that in. Actually, I kind of like that. Let's get a couple more decorative pots here, y'all. Gonna get our decorative pots. Gonna put it there. Gonna get our lamp turn. Okay, that's a little bit too symmetrical, but kind of, I do like that idea though. So maybe what I want to do is let's take that out. Let's take this out. Put the decorative pot there. I can put a lantern here. And yes, we're dealing with a little bit of wonky symmetry and stuff, but that's okay. Okay, we could put that like so. Yeah, that's not bad. In fact, if I were to take that out. Okay. That sort of goes across that way. So that, that's okay. I could replace those with actual bookshelves. That might be better. All right. Yeah, let's go buy some really expensive bookshelves. Let's go buy some bookshelves. We're gonna get the shelves. All right. Get ourselves some money. Oh yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, it's gonna be fine. We're gonna be totally fine. We're gonna get ourselves some cash for the bookshelves. We're gonna spend money on anything. It's gonna be bookshelves. All right, that should be. I don't know if that's gonna be enough, but it's enough for now, and that's the important thing. All right, up we go. Yeah, this is gonna be a nice, cozy little restaurant of goodness, right? All right, so let's go and take those out. Let's grab our full bookshelves. Okay, and we'll tuck those in. Okay, another book on the shelf. Okay, that's not bad. It's not bad. I mean, we could. I want to take a look at this for a minute. We've got a little bit of an issue because of that. But what if I were to bring these shelves all the way up? I think that might be a better way to go. Okay, so let's go ahead and take that out. That goes away. Those shelves sort of go in. Yeah, I mean, there's a symmetry that's just crying out to happen, right? To do something like that, and I don't want that. Okay, I don't. It's there. It's crying out to happen, but I don't want it to happen. So, Okay, so that's going to go like that. Let's see. Probably need a few more decorative things. I don't know what, but something. Like I said, candles are easy, right? There are definitely ways of dealing with that. So we'll get that sort of thing going on. Let's see. Right. I need some more tables here, right? Because we've got ourselves a restaurant. Restaurants need tables. So before I place the tables, let's place some chairs. Right. So if I were to have a table that sits here, for example. Okay. All right. We set some of those in place. Right. I need the blue carpet. I need to not have a bunch of random garbage in my inventory. But that's just not going to happen. String. Do you want some random garbage? Oh, it's in my hands. My inventory is a mess. Just like the rest of all my lands. Okay. So we've got ourselves a little table here. Actually, that table is just too small. Yeah, see, this is a little bit better. Ah, darn it. Okay. I hope I picked that up. Okay, yep, that would be awkward. Just having a random hole in the floor. All right, so yeah. Unfortunately, it's a little funky for these chairs, but it may not be too bad if I were to come in here with a little bit of some form of, I don't know, let's throw the spruce at them, right? We could do armchairs like so, and obviously because they're armchairs, they would have to have the block space for the trapdoors. Now, I don't have those types of chairs anywhere else. Let's just take them out. This is one of those times where I kind of wish we had actual chair blocks in Minecraft. You know, just something a little bit more decorative than what we've got going on here, you know? Okay, how are we doing for light? Light is okay. Do I have any more? I do have a torch there. That's fine. Okay, so that's that staircase coming up. So there's not a whole lot we can do there. But yeah, we've got ourselves a cozy little space here. Let's move the shulker because I want to focus over on this side now. Okay. Kind of want to see what I want to do here. Right now, I can't block the stairs. Right, so that would be because I could do something like, all right, I could do another bookshelf here, right? And I still could, but in fact, I could. Let's move this shulker as well. I mean, I could move this. Let's take that out. Right, I could move this. Right, so now the staircase goes up this way. And then I could do something kind of like that. Okay, where I take these bookshelves. Okay, and I could need to make some slabs. We're gonna make the slabs. All right. Remind me just to never sing on camera again. It won't help, but I'm just gonna keep doing it. But right, so we could put another little decorative side thing over here. Hey, Sprite, how's it going? Welcome in, welcome in. Glad to have you back on the YouTube side of things. Okay, other than the fact the shulkers are a mess, this area is starting to look mildly okay. We are definitely going to have to get some more oak, though, aren't we? All right. That's my shovel. Not like I need it right now anyway, but, you know, that is what it is. I'm doing okay. We're making some progress. I was hoping to be able to do 2 floors worth of stuff here today. I'm going to be lucky to finish this one. But, no, doing all right. How are you? Oh, the light is fading, but it's okay. We've got some trees over here, so we'll just grab these real quick. I don't really need the leaves, but and I'm going to be good. I'm going to replant because, you know, I do like this forest here. Plus, I think I want to take a couple of these saplings. Ooh, it is definitely getting dark. You can't super complain. Well, that's fair. All right. 15. That should be fine. Let's get back to the... Let's get back over here and sleep. Oh, okay, and we're purple. Nice. All right. Well, let's head upstairs. We'll sleep and... sleep. Sure, there's a bed. Oh, jeez. All right, fine. We'll sleep in this bed. Fine. That's okay. I did bring purple stuff to potentially decorate over here, and then decided I didn't want to use it, but okay. Yeah, so you get that's a nice pop of color over there. We'll do this over here too. There we go. All right, so what I need is to strip this. I only need 6 of them. Thanks. Probably should have just stripped all of them, but that's okay. Where's my oak? There we go. Grab our happy little oak shelves here. Okay, and again, we've got issues. We can't go all the way to the ceiling because of those stairs, but that's okay. All right, yeah, so we can get something like this going on. And I want to do another one of those decorative pot deals. Also, I think one of these boxes that I have here somewhere has bars in it. There we go. Yeah, so let's go ahead and take this out. We'll do another pot, and then I just need another copper lantern, which I probably don't have. Cool. Copper lantern. Copper, calling all coppers. Oh, that just looks cool. I like it. It looks so cool. All right. Am I good that wide, or do I want to narrow that up a little bit? All right, I might narrow this up. If I were to... Oh, right. That's part of the reason why it was that wide. Yeah. Okay. No. Please be where I want you to be and not where you are. Okay, thanks. All right, yeah, this is kind of doing okay. There might be some other things we can do here, but for now, this is what it is. Right, I mean, I could just... Look, I mean, I could just slap some oak leaves and call it, you know, a plant. But, no. No, no, no. Be better than that. Okay. Okay, so... we do need some stuff. Though, you know, honestly, this might be one of those cases where... no. Yeah, let's just, let's bring the shelves up. I'm gonna have to go get some more books. But, yeah, I think this is gonna be a thing. How, might I ask, does one make the shelves? I mean, I will know how. Just give me a minute. It's, or not the shelves, but yeah, those ones, the bookshelves. I don't want to use the oak, though. Oak is a pain to get, so we're going to not use the oak. Okay, the oak is not that hard. I just don't have a lot of it. Okay. So yeah, so we can run this stuff up kind of like so. And decorative chests are 100% a thing. You know, they're a thing. 100% a thing. We're going to do a little bit more stuff here. Okay, stream joke. Where does Batman go to the bathroom? The bat room. Okay. Yeah, we're just going to put that plant in the window. And we're just going to move right past that joke. I feel like I need a little something up here. I don't know what, but a little something. The good news is we've got a lot of light going on now, which is excellent. You know, I don't know if I want... So I feel like I need something in this corner. And I could just come down with some copper chains and fill in, sort of like I have been with most of the rest of this build, if I'm going to be honest with you. Okay. Grab some of those. Let's grab a few more copper chains. Oh, it's expensive. All right. Do I want to put a... do I want to put a thing there? I don't know if I want to put a lantern there or not. It kind of feels like it'd be out of place if I don't, though. All right. All right, that's fine. We can... Do I have the copper... Oh, yes, I do still have copper torches. Great. Okay, let's go ahead and put it in. I guess here's where it's going to go. All right. Yeah, I mean, that's a thing. In all honesty, outside of the shulkers, this isn't too bad. It says, I had to go out earlier today. Okay. You had a kitten stream up on your PC. Nice. Oh, when you got back, your cat was watching the stream. Nice. I had something similar. I was AFKing my frog farm. Actually, I was AFKing my ice farm, but there were frogs jumping around. And my cat, Dusty Cat, was just sitting here on the couch watching the frogs on Minecraft. It's like, just watching them go. It's like, okay. Okay, we got it. Okay, I need waxy goodness here. That one's waxed. I think this one I'm going to go ahead and leave there. That one's oxidized. Right, I was going to let those go green and see what they looked like. See if I liked it better fully oxidized or if I wanted to bring it back to orange. Oh, cats are so fun, though. I am so ready to get another cat, but I'm also so unable to afford another cat right now, so yeah. Yeah, you know, honestly, with the exception of all of the shulkers and other nonsense here, this isn't looking too bad. Inventory space. I don't have any of it. Okay, we're just going to start throwing things in random boxes and hope I remember where it is. Okay. Okay, let's move these shulkers over here. Because if there's one place that I feel like is mostly done, it's this area by the stairs. Okay. Okay, this I feel is mostly done. You know what I'm thinking of doing, though, is taking some... Just maybe running some trapdoors there? Yeah, I mean, that's okay. Is it okay? It's kind of okay. I don't know if it's okay. Sorry, no, this is all hard. Looking into fostering. So the problem isn't the necessarily the cost of getting said adorable, cute fluffs. The problem is the cost of actually maintaining, you know, cat litter and food and all of that fun stuff. I'm going to take that out. And oh, I like that. I like that. That is a fun little canopy over the thing. Plus, we've got a bunch of stuff trying to deal with here, and just having a cat that could potentially tear up stuff we're trying to sell, that could be a problem. So, well, I am said 100% ready for a cat. I am got issues. So many issues. Okay, this isn't bad. This isn't bad at all. I'm sort of tempted to try to deal with this a little bit more, but I don't, because I want the lanterns just like stage lights, but I don't think that's going to work. So we'll just leave that, I guess. I really should go grab a mob head to put here for a microphone. That would be sweet. Now we are a little bit dark right here. I mean, we're still spawn proof, okay? So that's fine. But what I might do is I can come down from this area right here. Right, and I could I don't know that I want to use that lantern, but oh, actually, you know what might be interesting? Where's that, where did I put all of that iron? Here we go. Let's take this out for a sec. I want to try something. I want to go... We're going to put that there like so. Huh. Interesting. Interesting. Hey, Chair. How's it going? Welcome in, welcome in. Hope you're having a fabulous day over there on the YouTubes. Do I want to go like... No, that just looks cheesy. I've got some glass here, I think. Do I have glass panes? I don't know where I left everything because I've moved it around so much I've forgotten where everything is. I thought one of these boxes that I brought up here just had some... Ah, there it is. White stained glass. That'll work. If I were to take this out, put that in. That's interesting. All right, what if I were to reverse it? Okay, and put the iron bar in the middle and the glass on the outside. I think I'm going to like it better the other way, but we're going to try this. Okay, and then... Yeah, I like that better the other way. All right, so let's go and put the glass back. Right, and then we're just going to do the fences around the outside. All right, so... And actually, you know what? I don't know that I want to do... See, that's... I don't know that I want to do the lanterns, like all 4 lanterns, right? I only have 3 at the moment, but go with me here. I know I've got iron. Okay. Iron ingots. Okay, let's grab some lamps. Okay, that's not what's going to go in there. Right, I could go with all 4 here. And I don't know that I like that. I just don't know that I like that style. Okay. I like having this light in the center of the room, and honestly, this I'm about halfway into what's happening here. What if we were to spread this out like so? And yes, I do want that spacing to be different. It's okay. And so that's okay. I've got some hang on, I've got soul torches. Let's make a cup. You know what's really, really helpful when making soul lanterns? Iron ingots. Yeah, it's a thing. Totally need them. Okay. Let's go ahead and craft up a couple more soul lanterns. The problem with replacing these with soul lanterns, like I'm about to do, is they don't put off a lot of light. On the other hand, I don't know that it's going to matter. Because I've got these lanterns here on the sides, I don't know that it's going to matter at all. Okay, I'm digging the style. I may change out some of those lanterns here, but I kind of like what's happening here. Let's take this out. Put some stairs in. That'll give that glass something to bind to. See, that's not too bad, I think. Again, I'm not totally convinced about what's happening here with these lanterns, though. Chair says it looks good. Thank you. Yeah, it's not bad. I don't dislike it, okay? Right, I'm just sort of wondering if I need to, if I've got too many lamps? Like if I take those out, is that better? I mean, it kind of feels like kind of feels better. It was feeling just a little bit noisy, and I think we're doing better. Now, I mean, I could, if I were to replace these with soul lanterns, they're fine, but I still end up being a little bit dark over in the center of the room, because I don't think these put out enough light to change things. I mean, maybe it's okay, but it still just feels a little dark. I like the blue, but I think I'm going to go ahead and go back to the orange. Now, I mean, I could grab copper. Do I have a copper lantern? Nope. No, I don't, because that would be easy. All right. Well, fine. Okay, now the problem is the lantern itself is the wrong color. But I want to see what this looks like with the green light instead of the orange, which is, I think, part of what I'm complaining about here. And by complaining, I'm like just not overly thrilled with. So that's okay. I think I want to let those oxidize. Yeah, I think going with the copper lanterns is better because I like the green light here. It doesn't stand out quite as much. No, copper lanterns do not dim when they oxidize. The copper lamps, the big blocks, those ones do, but the lanterns don't. The lanterns put out the same 15, it's the same brightness as a regular lantern. So they'll be, oh, cheese, where did you come from? No, seriously, where did you come from? Where do I have darkness and why? Okay, this area should all be lit. Okay, so we're fine here. Where did he come from? Let's check downstairs. Oh! That's where he came from. Well, that's not helpful at all. Okay. Came in from outside. Okay, stream joke. Have you ever heard of a music group called Cellophane? They mostly rap. Okay. Okay. Hang on, we're going to turn the doors around. There. There we go. Now we're zombie proof. It's a good thing they decided to come up. If they had gone down, let's check my villagers. Okay. They did not come down and eat my villagers, so that's a win. Okay, so... all right. And these guys are still here, so that's great. Yeah, I like this. You know what's a little bit annoying is that the iron bars and the iron chains are two different colors. I sort of want I almost want them to be the same, you know what I mean? Iron is such a weird material. Okay, so the other thing we're going to have to do here then is we're going to have to get some books. This is a little awkward, that stone there. Yeah, being the same would make some sense. Right. Let's just, where did I put my box of colors here? Somewhere on the sea. Okay. Yes, so there is a reason for that chain, and the reason is I have yet to go get some... Oh, actually, yeah, let's do that. I need to go get a mob head. Because what that is... do I still have the... Yes, I do. That's going to be a microphone. Okay, so I think what I'm going to do is we're going to run this way a little bit. Let's grab a little bit of the pale moss. Yeah, you forgot that. Yeah, see, it's obviously. So just put a little mob head on there. It'll be great. And since I forgot to go get the mob head before, we are going to go do that now. Because in all honesty, I think we're fairly close to I think we're fairly close. All right. Other than the fact this is totally just off center. And I intentionally built the tables just so they weren't like centered in the room and stuff like that. That was a deliberate choice, not just a happy accident. I do kind of like the idea of that carpet moving around this way. Let's do that. Just to give this a little bit of something. All right, I'm running out of inventory. I've got to stop bringing like 87 shulkers with me everywhere I go because I don't have room in my pockets. Will it be a wither skeleton skull? No, but I have some other ones I think are going to work. Okay, let's grab some of this happy green carpet here. Now, I've got a bunch of mob heads back at my base. So we'll take a look and see what's there. Okay, so we'll do that. I don't know if I want it to go this way, but I do kind of like having this sort of L here. Okay. Yeah, the wither skeleton skulls would look really good, but until I get my wither skeleton farm functional again, not that it was ever functional in the first place, but once I get it functional, I'll be a little bit more comfortable using those as decorative blocks. But I have some blocks back. Well, let's just head back to the base. We'll get my bag of heads and we'll take a look at what's available there. Because I might have some blocks that are going to work. I'll have to take a look. I haven't hit up the Wandering Trader for mini blocks in a while. So I don't have many, but I do have some interesting heads that might work. I think I've got some zombie villager heads, which might be good. I also have some slime and stuff. I don't know. You just found out a fact that could be interesting if true. The if true is always fun, right? That is always a fun qualifier on any fact you read on the internet. I heard one the other day. So, Rob Reiner recently died under very unpleasant circumstances that we don't need to get into. But he wrote and directed the movie When Harry Met Sally, which was a good one. But that apparently he was originally going to not have them wind up together. And it wasn't until he Pillager might do it. It wasn't until he I guess he met his current who was his wife, the woman who he married, while filming When Harry Met Sally. And it was then that he realized that, no, I have to change this. So they actually do end up together at the end. And it was... And I haven't seen that movie in forever, so I can't remember exactly how it all shakes out. But I think that's really cool. Okay. So we've got some fun mob heads, but I've got Enderman heads and I've got bat heads. Or a bat head, I guess. And either of those, I think, are going to be good for this. So we're going to try that. All right, we're gonna do the thing. Boy, we only got half as far as I wanted to today, but I guess I can't be at all surprised. Anytime I start getting into the fine decorative nonsense, it just takes forever, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. It just means we get to figure out what the heck is happening on the first floor the ground floor on Thursday. All right, spot. Go. All right. I have to take a look too. I just found out today that there's a. See, I've got like 21 different objects, lots of mob heads and things that don't stack in there. And then I can't see any further because of the way the UI works. Apparently, there's a mod that lets you see all of the items in your bundle, not just the first 10 or 12. And I think that's cool. And it's something I might have to play with. All right, so let's see. If we take a bat head. Bat head. Okay, from this side, it doesn't look too bad. If you're up here, that just looks a little weird. Here, actually, free cam, baby, free cam. Yeah, that's no. Okay, let's try it with an Enderman head. Yeah, the Enderman head's a little bit better. I can't. So the problem here is if you're standing here, and we'll free cam, like that mic is like just the wrong height. All right, what if we do this? What if we just make the stage taller? That might be better, right? So now you're up here doing karaoke and the whatever. Yeah, I'm kind of down with that. We can make that happen. All right, we'll leave the steps up. Yeah. Yeah, that'll work. That'll totally work. Yeah. No, Stoops isn't here. She often has to work on Tuesdays, so not too surprising. All right. Well, with that change in the setup, I think I want to let's get some chains. Wherever I left, okay, chains. All right. Put the mini heads back in there. Let's go ahead and shift these around. Okay. I think this is going to be better doing the suspended lantern thing. Now, maybe it would be better if I changed those into the copper lamps, like the ones on the sides, like I've got in the corner. But, or maybe replace those with soul lanterns. That might be even better. Yeah, okay. Because we've got plenty of light, or at least we've got sufficient light for our needs from the stage lights and stuff. Yeah, I think that's going to be better. All right. Again, other than the fact I've got a zillion and a half shulker boxes here, this is kind of doing okay. All right, let me clean up. No, that is too much. Where did I have all of the lights? I don't know where I had all the lights. Where did I put my bundle of mob heads? I just had... Oh, there... Nope, that's... I just had it. Chat, am I blind? Where Where did I put all of my mob heads? Did I put them in one of these? Oh, there they are. There are my mob heads. Found them. Okay, we're fine. Everything's fine now. Whoa. Okay, are we still here? Sorry, my computer just flipped out for a sec. Okay, I think we're still good. Sorry about that. I don't know what happened, but my computer was not happy about whatever it was that just happened. Google fact test equals fail. Okay. Well, you know, wouldn't want to be able to trust Google for anything, so. All right. Okay, so we'll just slowly figure out where the heck I can put stuff. All right, that's... Jeez. All right. One of these boxes I've got, like, stone and things, so we can... I don't know. We're just going to put everything everywhere. It's just going to be... It's just going to be bad, okay? And my inventory and shulkers and all of this stuff, it's just going to be a mess. And we're going to be okay with that. Okay, so... The fact you read is if you had a normal skeleton die to the wither effect, it would become a wither skeleton. No, yeah, that is not the case. Okay. All right, we are set. Let me... Oh, right, because the pillager is still right over there. All right, hang on. We're going to sleep. Right. Said it's not perfect, and there's definitely some places where I'd like to see, oh, like this shouldn't be there anymore. Okay, but I kind of like it. We need to get some books for the bookshelves. But aside from that, you know, I probably should have gotten those where I was back at my base and had cheaper books, but... Do I do it? Do I fly all the way back to my base? All right. I'm just going to teleport. We're really close to the end. I just want to get this done. And I need more bookshelves. According to Prism, you're a time traveler. Nice. Congratulations. That's, what are you doing there, cat? You good? All right. Whoa, okay. Oh. I guess I need to see what this is. Last played 2086, huh? 2286. That's impressive. That is seriously impressive. I hope I'm still playing Minecraft in 2286. All right. Did I actually put a shulker box? Oh, I need to put an ender chest in there. Should maybe move this ender chest in there. All right, hang on. We're gonna buy some bookshelves. They're cheaper here because these guys I've fed their brains to zombies, and now they have the economic literacy of your typical politician. So we're going to buy some bookshelves. All right. All right, those are all glass. No, that's fun. All right. Gonna get the bookshelves. Huh. This guy's... I guess I haven't had any need to trade him all the way up, but okay. All right, so the next thing I'm going to need to do... Let's see, it's 6 per... That's probably fine. All right. The next thing I need to do is break down these books. But we'll do that, I think... I guess I could do that. No, we'll do that over there. That's fine. All right. Teleport back to the brick store. Okay, I don't like to do that, but we're really close to the end, and I just want to get this done, so. All right. All right, so let's go ahead and swap out for my fortune pickaxe. So we can get all the books. Oh, that's right. It's only 3 books per shelf. That's fine. It should still be enough. We're not dealing with that many books. Okay. All right, we'll come back to the Silk Touch axe. All right. Let's go throw some books on some shelves, and then I think we can call this area done. Okay, we'll just... I don't think I'm going to fill them completely, because that's one of the cool things about having the shelves, is that they don't... is you can sort of jumble them up and get different patterns, and they're a little more varied, which is nice. Sure. Okay, you know, that's fine. Okay. Yeah, see, that's not too bad. Are there other things we could do? Yes. But I think we're good. I really like this lantern in the pot thing. I think it just gives a really cool... It's you know what it looks like? It almost looks like an egg. Right? If you had some fancy Easter egg or something, that's kind of what that looks like. But, yeah. Okay. Cool. I don't know. Shall we see what happens when I kill my frames? Let's kick up the shaders and just see what this looks like with shaders on. Yeah, that's a little darker than I was expecting. I got to admit, doesn't look nearly as good with shaders. It's just a little bit dark. But yeah, this is a cozy little restaurant here. I'm kind of down with it. You know, we've got ourselves a fun little stage here. We've got, you know, this area is kind of cool. I mean, it's cozy. I like it. Said I think it'll be a little bit better. Yeah, you see, as these turn green. Ooh, actually, if I can remember what key I need. Which of my things has the stuff in it? Okay. I believe this isn't fully... Yeah, that's not fully oxidized. It's just weathered. I'm going to stop it there. I like this because it's a little bit more gray. If it fully oxidizes, it gets really green. This puts us at only kind of green. Also... While I'm thinking about it, did I wax these chains up here that I stripped earlier? Nope. Yeah, I think we'll go and do that. Okay. I just hadn't gotten around to oxidizing those or waxing those apparently. And yeah, this is good. I like this. Nice cozy little place. And said it, this feels very much like a sushi place or something, right? Except you can't get fish here. You can only get chicken and I mean you get rabbit stew, you get chicken, you get pork chops. But you know, no fish, but that's okay. It's a nice place. You can go down in the basement, you can get golden carrots if you would rather, you know, something like that, but okay. Yeah, this is just a fun little room now. I like it. Okay. All right. I can live with this, right? There are some things I can live with. This is 100% one of them. All right. So I need to be stopping, but let's meander down here for a minute. This is the last section we need to deal with, right? I need to put an interior in here. What should I do? Right? So obviously we've got the restaurant on the second floor, right? Got the restaurant here. We've got the enchanting and brewing area up here, right? The basement, we've got villagers and we've got, where's the staircase? Down here. We've got villagers and we've got the community storage and the shulker farm, right? All of that. What do we put here? Right? What sort of decorative nonsense do we put in this area? Right, now we've got some of the walls, like these ones that are up against hills, so there's no window, so we can do something with that. The same thing over here. Right? So what do we do down here? Right, I mean I could section it off into do like little apartments and things. But I do like having this sort of open and then, you know, fireplace and stuff. But yeah, I don't know. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. If I put an iron golem, I could put a, hang on, do I have slabs? Not on me. One of these shulker boxes has slabs. Yeah. Sorry, so one of the things I was thinking, oh, no, not that. Let's grab the tough. Yeah, it's definitely a good problem for future me. I just had an idea and now I want to think about something for a sec. So I don't know, maybe I'm not so into that. Because yes, we do get the tough going across the side, but let's hang on. Future me is going to have to wait a minute. Okay, yeah, that's a little nicer. So the reason I wanted to deal with this is I want to get an iron golem. Okay, mostly just to deal with the people who are coming out of the portals, right? These guys. That one, and to a lesser extent, this one over here. Of course, the problem is the iron golems will probably just walk through the portal, so maybe that's just not a thing I need to worry about. So yeah, I don't know. I don't know things. All right, again, problem for future me. That is definitely a problem for future me. So on Thursday, this is a thing. So if you're in the Discord, feel free to drop some ideas of what you think might be good. This is the main entrance, right? When you come in from outside, I'm going to free cam just because it's, right? You come in from outside, and Snoopers has done cool stuff for the road here. Oh, thank you, Sprite, for dropping the link for the Discord. Right, so you're going to come in this main entrance. Right, you'll come in here. I like being able to see the dual fireplaces. I just don't know what else to do over here. So if you've got thoughts, let me know. I'm definitely open to suggestions, and maybe some inspiration will hit me. Will hit me in the night or something. Preferably not when I want to sleep, because that's been a problem of late. I have an idea for a new potion brewer. I am absolutely going to have to be building this later, but yeah, it kept me up Friday night, so, you know, that wasn't great. So, yeah, Saturday morning stream when I had no brains at all was all sorts of fun. Anyway, I want to thank everybody for being here today. It's been a lot of fun. I want to give a special shout out to my supporters over at musicfreegaming.com who are scrolling by right now. If you'd like to help support the channel, that is the, I guess that's the best place to do it. Really, the best way to support the channel is to be here to watch the streams and like and subscribe and follow and do all of those things. Bring your friends, bring your dogs, whatever, to watch the streams. That's the best thing to do. But if you want to help support the stream, musicfreegaming.com is the way to do it. Next stream will be Thursday. There's the schedule over there on the side. Again, 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. So be sure to adjust your sundials accordingly. And until next time, be excellent to each other. And this is Music Free Gaming signing off.